The U.S. grid is a ticking time bomb. Power outages have surged 64% in the past decade. Over 70% of power lines are over 25 years old. And more than 165 physical and cyber attacks on energy infrastructure were reported last year alone. The average outage now lasts over 8 hours, and that's just on a good day. So when the lights go out, you're not just losing power, you're losing time, fast. The first 30 minutes, that's the whole game. That's when smart people secure, and everyone else panics. Because while you're looking for candles, someone else is watching your house, your food, your weak spots. So here's what we're doing. I'm giving you the top 10 mistakes people make in the first half hour of a blackout, starting from number 10 and working down. Each one is real, backed by data, and deadly if ignored. No fluff, no theories, just exactly what not to do, so you don't turn your house into a bullseye when the grid dies. Let's go. Number 10. Failing to secure your medical needs. Before the clock starts ticking. Here's what no one talks about. The grid doesn't just power your lights and fridge. It powers your survival if you have any kind of medical condition. And most Americans do. According to the CDC, 6 in 10 U.S. adults live with at least one chronic illness. That's millions of people relying on electricity to store insulin, run CPAP machines, refrigerate antibiotics, charge hearing aids, or even operate home dialysis. You think 30 minutes isn't enough time to screw you over? Think again. Insulin can go bad in less than 4 hours if not properly stored. Epinephrine, just 12 hours in high heat can degrade it. And that just one pill a day prescription, it won't mean squat if it's locked in a power-dependent pharmacy you can't get to. So here's what you do. In minute 1 of the blackout, check your medical inventory. Not your pantry, not your flashlight drawer. Your meds. Immediately transfer anything temperature-sensitive into a cooler with frozen water bottles. Not ice cubes. They melt too fast. Pre-freeze gel packs in your deep freezer for this exact scenario. If you're on an electric medical device, switch to backup battery or inverter power immediately. Do not wait. Set a countdown timer for how long you have before that battery dies. And label your gear. You need to know what to prioritize. And for God's sake, write down your prescriptions, dosages, and doctor's info on paper, not just on your phone. In the chaos, it won't matter what you remember. What matters is what you can reach, fast. Because in a blackout, the first casualty isn't food, it's healthcare. Number 9. Not isolating sensitive electronics the moment the power drops. You probably think the lights flicking off is the biggest problem. But here's a dirty secret. The real danger happens when the power comes back on. Because most blackouts don't return with a polite little hum of electricity. They come back with a surge. And unless you isolate your electronics in the first 30 minutes, you're basically donating your entire home office to the electrical gods. Surge damage is real. After the Texas power crisis in 2021, over 22,000 insurance claims were filed for fried appliances, not from the cold, not from the outage, but from the voltage spikes when power returned. We're talking thousands of dollars in fried motherboards, ruined TVs, melted fridges, and, yeah, that precious generator you just installed? It's vulnerable too unless it's protected. So what do? Step 1. Unplug everything non-essential the moment the lights go out. TV, out. Microwave, gone. Router, printer, gaming console, home server, aquarium heater. Pull the plug. Every one of those is a potential loss if the grid jolts back without regulation. Step 2. Pre-wire your essentials through surge-protected strips or battery backup systems. But don't just buy any surge protector off Amazon. Look for UL-listed models with at least 2,000 joules of protection and a low clamping voltage. And step 3. If you've got solar with battery backup, isolate it. In a grid-down event, you need to know how to disconnect from the mainline and go fully islanded. Otherwise, your precious backup power could backfeed into a dead grid and either fry your inverter or electrocute a lineman. Harsh truth. Most people don't know how to do this. And they won't learn until the smell of burning plastic tells them it's too late. Number 8. Ignoring your vehicle as your last line of power and escape. You're sitting there in the dark, checking your flashlight, maybe even lighting a candle. But meanwhile, in your driveway, the most powerful survival tool you own is just sitting there, unused. Your car, your truck, your SUV. It's not just transportation, It's a mobile generator, a shelter, a comms hub, and potentially your only escape. But here's what people forget. Vehicles degrade fast in blackouts. First thing to go? Fuel availability. After Hurricane Sandy, over 60% of gas stations in New Jersey and New York were shut down within 48 hours. Why? No power to run the pumps. And guess what happened next? People with full tanks became targets. So you've got 30 minutes to act. Step 1. If you're below half a tank, you're in danger. Top off immediately if possible. Step 2. Inventory your 12V to USB adapters. Your car can charge your phone, run a small fridge, power emergency lights, even drive a small inverter system if you know what you're doing. But don't burn fuel aimlessly. Idle smart. Short, efficient charges, not long just-in-case warm-ups. Step 3. Check your bug-out gear. If your home becomes unlivable, your vehicle is your lifeboat. Blankets, bottled water, protein bars, jumper cables, basic tools. They belong in the trunk now, not later. Step 4. Keep a paper map in the glove box. GPS may go down. If you've never navigated your region without Google Maps, you're already behind. Bottom line, if your car just sits there while the world falls apart, you're wasting horsepower that could save your life. Treat your vehicle like what it is, your rolling backup system, and treat it right before the chaos begins. Number 7. Forgetting to shut down the gas and water mains safely. Let's be blunt. When the grid goes down, it doesn't just leave you in the dark. It puts every pipe and valve in your house into play. And one of the biggest, costliest, most dangerous mistakes people make in the first 30 minutes of a blackout is forgetting that your gas and water systems are not passive. They're pressure-sensitive, heat-sensitive, and disaster-prone when left unmanaged. Here's what that means. If your area gets hit with a cold snap or a quake while the power's out, your pipes can burst. Your gas lines can leak. Your entire house can turn into a wet, flammable, high-pressure liability. And most Americans wouldn't know how to stop it if their life depended on it, which it might. In 2021, dozens of homes in Texas suffered catastrophic water damage when frozen pipes thawed and burst. Not during the blackout, but right after. In California, gas mains ruptured during outages caused by wildfires, sparking house-level explosions. So here's what to do. Immediately locate your gas shutoff valve, typically outside near the meter, and learn how to operate it safely. You may need a wrench. Keep one there. If you smell gas or suspect a leak, shut it down before it becomes a crater. Next, identify your water shutoff, inside the house or at the curb box. If you're leaving home or suspect a freeze, shut the water off and drain the lines. Open all taps, flush toilets, bleed pressure. This isn't paranoia. It's property protection. And make sure everyone in your house knows these locations. Kids too, because the grid doesn't care about your plumbing, and FEMA won't reimburse you for forgetting a $0 shutoff valve. Number 6. Ignoring the threat of real-time misinformation. The minute the lights go out, the rumors start flying. And if you're not ahead of the disinformation curve, you'll fall right into the panic spiral. You've seen it before. One Facebook post says looters are on your street. A neighbor says FEMA's handing out water at the Walmart. But when you get there, it's just a locked parking lot full of desperate people. In a blackout, accurate information disappears first, and in its place, speculation, fear, and flat-out lies. The Department of Homeland Security reported that during the 2022 Texas power crisis, over 2,300 false emergency alerts circulated on social media in under 24 hours. Everything from fake evacuation orders to warnings about poisoned water. And guess what? People acted on them. Drove into gridlocked highways, abandoned safe homes, gave away supplies, all because they didn't have a verified info chain. You've got 30 minutes. That's your window to lock down reliable communication. First, establish your go-to sources. Your county emergency office, local fire department, state DOT, NOAA weather radio. Save their numbers and URLs offline. Second, prep your comms. Got a ham radio? Keep it charged. No? Get a reliable battery-powered NOAA radio with same alerts, specific area message encoding. Third, have a buddy system, people outside the blackout zone who can verify info for you. Don't rely on one app, one newsfeed, or one panicked neighbor. When it's dark, every voice sounds like authority. Don't fall for it. Have a plan to verify before you act. Because in a blackout, misinformation isn't just annoying. It's deadly. Number 5. Not locking down your financial options. While you still can, you've got food. You've got batteries, maybe even a water barrel. But let me ask you this. When's the last time you held actual cash in your hand? Because if you're assuming your debit card will work after the lights go out, you're not just naive, you're broke. During a blackout, ATMs go down, card readers fail, online banking freezes, and even if the stores are open, they go cash-only fast. In the 2021 New Orleans blackout after Hurricane Ida, dozens of gas stations refused cards within the first 2 hours, not out of greed, but because they had no way to process payments. And in some areas, desperate people started buying gas off strangers at double the price, in cash, just to escape the city. You need money in hand, not in the cloud. In the first 30 minutes of a blackout, here's what you do. Inventory your cash on hand. Minimum $200 in small bills. That means ones, fives, tens, not 20s. No one's giving you change when the tills are dead. Next, check your wallet for key documents, license, medical cards, even a passport. In a long-term blackout, identity becomes leverage. And here's one most people forget. Gift cards. Yep, prepaid Visa cards, gas station gift cards, even grocery store cards. They're preloaded, offline, and often work when banks are down. One guy in Puerto Rico post-Hurricane Maria survived 4 weeks using nothing but prepaid cards and old-school bartering. Financial fluidity isn't about wealth, it's about readiness. Don't assume your money's safe because you saw a balance yesterday. In a blackout, only the money you can hold actually exists. Number 4. Leaving your fuel assets unchecked and unprotected. Here's a stat that should punch you in the gut. In a nationwide emergency, fuel shortages begin within 24 hours, and theft begins within 12. If you've got gas in your car, propane on your porch, diesel in your generator, or even charcoal bags in your garage, congratulations, you now own liquid gold. And guess what? The second the blackout hits, you've got 30 minutes to either protect that asset or lose it. In 2017, after Hurricane Irma, Miami saw over 1,000 reported cases of siphoned gas within 2 days. Fuel thieves don't break windows. They crawl under your car, drill a hole in your tank and drain it into cans. Same with backup jugs in your shed. Unlocked propane tanks? Gone. Even bags of charcoal were being stolen from back porches in North Carolina after the Florence blackout. So here's what you do. Immediately. Step 1. Move fuel out of view. Gas cans go inside. Lock sheds. Chain up propane tanks. Hide charcoal. Cover your grill. Step 2. Disable siphoning. There are gas cap locks for under $20 that can save you hundreds. And if you've got a generator, build a visual blind for it. Even hearing one running in the distance can draw people in. Step 3. Document what you have. Write down where it is, how much is left, and what it's for. Because under pressure, memory fails. And finally, don't tell people what you've got. Fuel in a blackout is like oxygen on the moon. Scarce, precious, and worth stealing. You don't need to be paranoid. You need to be practical. Protect your fuel, or be prepared to walk. Number 3. Failing to set perimeter security. Before the panic starts, here's the thing about darkness. It's not just inconvenient, it's cover. And if you're not thinking like a strategist in the first 30 minutes, you're thinking like a victim. The minute the grid goes down, the illusion of control vanishes. Law enforcement presence drops, 911 wait times spike, and your property. It's suddenly just another unlit structure with no reinforcements on the way. Let me hit you with this. In the 2003 Northeast blackout, NYPD response times increased by over 40%. That's not minutes, that's hours. And home invasion rates, they tripled. People aren't always evil, but desperation doesn't ask for permission. So here's your 30-minute play. First, light discipline. Solar-powered motion lights around the perimeter, and battery-powered LEDs on inside motion sensors. No steady glow. You want flashes that startle and warn, not a lit-up house that screams, fully stocked. Second, audible deterrence. A simple driveway alarm, even a fake one, sends a clear signal, we're watching. Third, physical barriers. Lock gates. Block driveways with vehicles. Place loud gravel or cans at access points. You're not building a prison. You're building psychological resistance. People will target the easiest house on the block. Don't be that house. Final step: cameras with battery backup, even fake ones with red LEDs. You're not protecting a mansion. You're protecting the one place your family expects to be safe. Don't wait until someone's knocking to think about perimeter control, because by then, you've already lost the advantage. Act like you're being watched, and make sure whoever's watching knows you're ready. Number 2. Letting internal chaos undermine external control. Let's get personal. Most prepping advice is about gear, stuff, tools. But the real battle, it starts inside your house, inside your group, and inside your own head. In the first 30 minutes, you can have a bunker full of beans and bullets, but if your household freaks out when the lights go out, you're screwed. Let's talk psychology. In emergencies, 80% of people fall into delayed response mode. They freeze, they wait for confirmation, they delay decisions. That's not a guess. That's behavioral science out of the University of London's disaster response studies. And if your spouse, your kids, or your roommate is in that 80% and you're not leading from minute 1, then panic spreads faster than fire. So here's your immediate play. You become the voice of calm. Even if you're not. Even if you're rattled. Your tone sets the tempo. Start with the facts. The power is out. We're following the plan. This is why we prepared. Then assign roles. One person checks lights, another preps food, another secures windows. Don't ask, assign. It gives people control and interrupts panic. Keep everyone in one room to consolidate warmth, light, and information. Establish check-ins. We'll reassess every hour. Don't let emotional drift split the group or escalate fear. And here's a trick. Use ambient music on battery speakers to manage stress levels. Sounds dumb. It's not. Studies show soft background audio lowers cortisol and helps regulate breathing in crisis, because when things go bad outside, your house has to stay solid inside. Without unity and structure, you're not a team. You're a group of panicked individuals sharing the same bad luck. That's a mistake you can't afford to make. Number 1. Assuming the first 30 minutes aren't life-changing, and here it is, the most dangerous mistake of all. The one that makes every other preparation meaningless. The belief that you have time. That because it's only been 10, 15, 30 minutes since the power went out, nothing serious could have happened yet. That it's probably just a short outage. This is the lie that guts 80% of households before the crisis even begins. And I get it. Normalcy bias is a drug. We've been trained to assume the system always bounces back. But let me remind you, every long-term disaster starts with 30 calm minutes. The 2021 Texas blackout? It started like a minor freeze and left 246 people dead. Katrina, first 30 minutes, calm winds. Haiti's 2010 earthquake, 35 seconds of tremors. That's all it took. You never know which outage is the big one. So you need to treat every blackout like it is, until proven otherwise. That means don't wait. Don't scroll Twitter for answers. Don't assume they're working on it. They're not. You are. You've got 30 golden minutes to secure what most people will lose. Water, heat, food, comms, fuel, unity. Every task you knock out now, that's one less thing you'll have to do in the dark, under pressure, while sirens scream and tempers flare. The unprepared waste this window looking for answers. The ready ones use it to get unshakable. So ask yourself, what did you do in your last blackout's first 30 minutes? And what will you do next time? Because those 30 minutes aren't a buffer, they're the whole game. And if you blow them, you've already lost. That's it. Top 10 critical mistakes. Now fully revealed, brutal, unfiltered, and absolutely actionable. And now you've got no excuse. Because knowing these mistakes is one thing. Fixing them is survival. So the next time the lights go out, don't just sit there. Move. Fast. Smart. Quiet. Prepared. Because it's not the blackout that breaks people. It's what they fail to do in the first 30 minutes.